So guys, this is my first video in this channel. I just gave my SBI PO means today. So here we will be discussing the questions. I have all the 50 questions that came in the exam, but some might not be accurate as it is very difficult to recall mainly the statement wise questions, and in case I might have repeated one or two. Okay, but at least 45 of them minimum are totally accurate. So let's start. So I think this was the first question: which institute recently launched a racing car? So the answer was IIT Madras. Next was which public sector has the highest shareholding in Yes Bank? The answer was SBI, and there was one more option, I guess, which was LIC. I don't remember the next. Number 3 was B20 head or chairman, you can say, which is Sir N. Chandrasekharan. Next, number 4, this was a fill in the blank question where 12 and 6 were in the blanks. Okay, so for SFB, we have 12 SFB, means we have 12 small finance bank, and for payments bank, we have 6 payments bank. And the date mentioned in the question was as on 31st March 2022. Number 5 is which bank is not listed in CBDC retail phase 1? So the options were SBI, ICICI, Yes Bank, Axis Bank, and IDFC First Bank. The answer will be Axis Bank, but I was in the exam hall, I was confused, so between Axis and Yes Bank, and I ended up giving the wrong answer. Number 6 is Number 6 is RBI shortlisted how many forms to use artificial intelligence and machine language. So I'm not sure which one was the answer. Either RBI is the answer or 7 is the answer. Most probably 7 will be the answer. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Next question, I didn't attempt this, but now I searched. So Lafarge is number 7 actually. So Lafarge was recently involved in terror financing, and I think it confined guilty to in America or something. So they asked which country this belonged to. So it belongs to France. Next question was they asked the timing of this SBI infrastructure bond. All this data were mentioned, rupees 9718 crore at 7.70% issuance time. They just asked the time. The options were, I guess, 12, 18, 15, 20 and 25 years, which I feel was 15 years. Next was a question based on Utkarsh 2.0. Just a second. The first was launch year. The launch year was given wrong. It was given 2023 to 2028, but it will function between 23 to 25 if I am not wrong. Then it was 6 sectors or something and 60 schemes or something. These two statements were correct. I'm not able to recall which were the exact. Next was who does have shares in UTI asset company. Actually it won't be does, it will be does not. There was various options from LIC, SBI and everything. The answer would be Canara Bank. Next was Yoginder K. Alga had passed away recently. So he was an economist. They had asked his profession. Next they had asked fun school initiatives of which related to which brand. There was something Chhota Bheem given. So it is of MRF. So next they had asked regarding this paradise of food. It was some book or something. So they had asked like in which language this book was written. So it was written in Urdu language. Next they had asked the first ETF credit launch fund was launched in which year. It was 1993. I remember in my recently concluded SBI clerk exam, they had actually asked the full form of E in ETF. Next was lead bank DLRC meetings. Like it was asked like it was asked like meetings are held in how many, what is the duration. So the options were monthly, bi-monthly, half yearly, yearly, or at least in a quarter. Next they had asked like the total number of credit rating as agency, which is 6. Next it was some 4500 megawatt. Like they had asked about this time, this 5 year. They had asked about this 5 year. This was the question for some Shakti campaign. Next, the question was first ever Indian female peddler to reach final of an Asian table tennis. The answer was Monica Batra. That asked something regarding finfluencer, like who will be imposing sanctions on those influencing financial decisions in social media. Then there was a question about UPI. Like there were four options and all four were correct. The ones I remember were like that the one option was UPI can be used 24 into 7. Then the other was UPI provides QR scanning. Then UPI has recently allowed linking Rupee credit card. All of them were correct actually. Next, e-mandate limit. This was also a double blank, and as far as I know, the answer will be rupees 5,000 to rupees 1,500. Next was something about GNPA ratio of scheduled commercial banks. I think it was not GNPA ratio. It will be credit to deposit ratio of SSBs. I'm not sure about this. Okay, I've taken this from someone, so I'm not much sure about it. And then there was something about this GEM portal. Questions were based on loans. 3 statements were based on some kind of loans. Then it was about some minority religion, like which community is the minority among various, like Parsis, Buddhists, Sikhs, and somewhere also mentioned. So I think the answer is Parsi. Then it was given that in GST 47th meeting, which of these were exempted from tax. I just remember 2 options. One was e-waste, other was service of RBI, IRDAI, etc. The other 2 options were also taxable. I don't remember that, but they were taxable. Then they had asked GE Power had signed an MOU with whom, so it was NTPC. They had asked like Russian oil supply had increased to how many percent recently. Something was there about NCLT, I don't remember. There was one consumer confidence based survey. It was statement based on the parameters, on the various parameters. 4 parameters were given, and I think all 4 were correct, though I didn't do it right, but I think all 4 were correct. Then something was about PLI year based question, like it was the duration of the year, like which period government is prioritizing on. It was one such question. Then Paytm share were sold to which company? It was SoftBank Group. There was some question related to RBI, which I don't remember. Next was what percentage of income tax was to be submitted by December 15. So as far as I know, the answer is to be 75%. I might be wrong somewhere, so please correct me wherever I am wrong, because I am also a candidate just like you people who are watching this. Next, they had asked who had attended this 21st World Congress of Accountants in New Delhi, I guess. So the answer was Om Birla, though I had written PM Modi. Next, it was also a fill in the blanks question, as you can see. France and 2 years were the answer of International Solar Alliance. It was a recent development, like 2 months ago or so. A conference was held in India. And then this was number 36. SBI hikes debt fund limit from 10% to 12%. Then from NABARD, they had asked the full form of the second C from ACABC, this second C. Then they had asked the chairman of this committee, IFSCA committee, and they had given the name of this player who had recently died and asked which sport he is related to. He was a basketball player. He died in Mumbai. Next, there was a big question, so I'm not going into this. They had asked like which of the following UPI apps were the top 2 in the amount of transactions. So the answers was PhonePe and Google Pay. Then there was something related to Open Credit Enablement Network. Then they had asked this Paradise of Urdu food written in which language? It was Urdu. I think I have written this question above once. Okay, so it must have been repeated. Next, they have asked India's first private agri mandi. So it was in Nashik. Then they had asked the class of INS Fajir class. Pure gold marking is known as hallmarking. Then Achanta Kamal, Sharat Kamal Achanta had won the Dhyanchand Khel Ratna award. So he had won how many gold medals in 2022 games? This was the question. Actually, the questions weren't that easy, to be honest. It was quite tough. Then there was one question regarding the promoter share. This was a recent change by RBI, where the people who are completing 15 years in a stock can have a increase their shareholding by 26% or something. It isn't much older news, maybe a month ago or something, late December, I guess. there was something about OEC, and then they had asked the recently this OpenAI Chat GPT is very popular, so they had asked the full form of GPT. And then there was some question regarding public sector bank association. These were the options. I think it was about some MOU or whatever. So these are the 50 questions. So I think I got around 20 to 22 exactly correct, and I'm in doubt regarding 2 3 as I am not aware of the answers. So do comment your attempts, and please like, share, and subscribe.